Hello and welcome to another episode of Toya Talks Wrestling. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Smachdown and things that happened on Smachdown, like today. Like literally today. They're in Barcelona, but came on a little bit earlier. I think it comes on again, like at 8 p.m. on USA, but because I got that VPN life, I got to watch it a little bit earlier than 8, and I was just like, you know what, I think I have a little bit of time, I can go ahead and do this show. This was the go home show for the clash in Italy, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. It was okay, it was an alright show. We had start with some ladies first, which is great because they started with the ladies. They started with Jade Cargill and Michin and B-Fab, and they came to the ring, and basically they were like, Jade Cargill was like how she pinned Rhea at Saturday's main event and how she's going to beat her on Sunday in Italy and everything else like that, and you know, Barcelona was being so kind and nice and telling Jade and the rest of the girls to shut the fuck up, and you know, it was great. And then you had Rhea Ripley come out, and you know, obviously the crowd went crazy. Rhea Ripley was like telling Jade like she can't beat her when Jade is by herself and just doesn't have her little lackeys with her or whatever like that. And then Jade was like, well, at least I have people to back me up. Who do you have to back you up? And then here comes Charlotte and Alexa, and they come out, and Charlotte was like telling Jade she's like talking a lot of shit for someone who hasn't even been there for like a minute yet and stuff like that, and she's still trying to find her footing. Like, you're not an all-star yet, like calm down and everything else. And Alexa Bliss is like, yeah, you don't know anything, like I've been here, I've been champion this many times and all this other stuff. And Jade Cargill was like telling her like, shut up little girl, ain't no one talking to you and everything else. And Alexa Bliss was talking back and all this stuff. They're basically talking back and forth, and then Nick Aldis comes out and he's like, look ladies, since you guys have a problem, we can settle this right here right now. So they made a match for Jade versus Alexa, and that was the first match that we had started with. Great match. It ended up with, I think, like, B-Fab, Michin, Charlotte, and Rhea, they left the ring so they didn't have a fight. But it ended up with B-Fab and Michin coming in for the distraction and everything else. And then Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair kind of chased off B-Fab and Michin. And then Alexa Bliss was going to go for a Twisted Blitz, but took too long. Jade put the knees up, and then got Alexa Bliss and the Jaded 1, 2, 3 got the pin, and then after the match got a chair and, you know, did Jaded again to Alexa Bliss on the chair. And by this time you had Rhea and Charlotte coming back. I mean, it's too late now, but they're trying to come back and save Alexa Bliss, but at that time, you know, what's done, and Jade leaves the ring and everything else like that. And you had Jade be like, you know, where's your backup? My backup, blah 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 blah, whatever. So later on in the show, you had Charlotte Flair coming out of the medical room, and Rhea Ripley standing by, and she's like, well, how is she? And Charlotte Flair is, well, how do you think she is? She's pissed off, she's hurt, and she's pissed. And she's like, I'm gonna take care of Jade. And Rhea Ripley's like, no, don't worry about it, I'll take care of Jade on Sunday. He goes, well, if you don't, then I will. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. I'm still sticking to my prediction that Rhea Ripley will win the match. She probably will get her ass kicked afterwards, but I feel like she's gonna win the match. She's gonna keep her title. Interview with the tag team women's champions, Brie Bella and Paige, where basically they're saying they got a target on them and everything else. And then here comes Fatal Influence And JC Jane said that why are they interviewing them? They should interview the Influence because she's going to be in the Queen of the Ring and everything else, and the other two will be champions as soon as possible. It was a very short interview. Anyways, backstage you had Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green went up to Tiffany and was like, you know what? They pretty much had like the same kind of outfit on and everything else. And Chelsea's like, so you're gonna be there by my side when we go out there together and everything else. And Tiffany's like, look, I appreciate you helping me last week and everything else like that, but I'm not going out there with you. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. You know, good luck with your match with Nia Jax. Which, by the way, Nia Jax's birthday was today. So happy birthday to Miss Nia Jax. So they had their match, and you know, you had Lash pretty much involving herself in the match with Nia and Chelsea Green. Eventually you hear it's Tiffany time, and here comes Tiffany Stratton. They're all like waiting for her to come out from the entrance, but apparently she came out from the other side and she hit Nia Jax with the title, and Chelsea Green took advantage and got the pin, and she wins. And then she's like, oh, she's about to give like Tiffany a hug and everything else like that, but Tiffany didn't hug her or anything. I'm like, it's not that deep, dude. It's like, I'm not even like doing this because I like you. I'm just doing this because, you know, fuck Nia on her birthday, I guess. I don't know. But I think that's pretty much it for all the women stuff. So let's talk about other stuff that happened on the Raw. With the men, we had Trick Williams come out with Lil Yachty, and Trick Williams basically announces himself to be in the King of the Ring and saying that he's gonna win and everything else like that. He had a little cute, cool little rhyme thing and everything else. I don't remember word for word, so I'm not even able to say it. But as he was talking, here comes Carmelo Hayes. He comes out and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna be King of the Ring. That's not gonna happen. I'm still gonna go after you after that title and everything else, all this other stuff." And then he goes, "If it wasn't for Ricky Saints, or not Ricky Saints, Ricky Saints. Yeah, Ricky Saints. I'm getting confused. Ricky Saints, I would have beaten you last week and everything else like that." And so here comes Ricky Saints, and he comes out and he's like, "Well, you know, you punched me in the face and everything else like that. I owe you, and don't forget." And like, he's talking shit to both Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. Everyone was talking shit to everybody, right? Eventually we had a match between Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints, which was a great freaking match, but it ended up in a double count out to where Carmelo Hayes was going talking to the ref, and as he was talking to the ref, he gets attacked by Ricky Saints. But eventually Carmelo Hayes got the best of Ricky Saints, put him in the first 48. So I don't know where this is going between Ricky, Melo, and Trick, but I see some kind of like a three-way match, probably, maybe at Night of Champions. I'm seeing this. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see where this goes. Because I don't think either one of them are going to like win King of the Ring. I don't care if all three of them are in it. I don't think any of them are going to win it. But I think that's where they're going. But we'll see. We shall see. We had some tag team action. We had the MFTs go up against Damian Priest and Royce Keith. Now before this match, Damian Priest was talking to R-Truth. Now R-Truth is not medically cleared yet to wrestle, so he got a partner, Royce Keys, for Damian Priest. Now Damian Priest doesn't really trust Royce Keys because Solo wants to have Royce Keys be part of the MFTs and everything else like that, and then Royce Keys don't want nothing to do with Solo, but you know, Damian Priest is like on edge and he's like, "No, I don't know, I don't trust it." So R-Truth is like, "Are you afraid of the MFTs?" He was talking to Damian Priest. He was like, "No." And he's like, "Are you afraid of the MFTs?" And talking to Keys, and he's like, "No." Good. "Are you afraid to tag with each other to go after the MFTs?" And they're like, "No." Good. "Well, then there you go. Let's go." Right? So for some reason they're like ended up and they're like he's like Damian Priest is like, wait, what just happened? like what just happened? What happened was, you know, R2 got the best of you. That's what happened. So then they had their match, and because Solo was getting involved in everything else, here comes R-Truth. Now he's not supposed to be out there because he ain't medically cleared, but he's going out there anyway. And eventually it ended up where like Royce T tried to save R-Truth because Solo Sikoa was beating the crap out of him, and then he gets knocked out by, I think, Tala Tonga, and then, or Tama Tonga rather, and then Tala Tonga does a like Samoan fucking choke slam. I'm calling it that because he's Samoan and I don't care. And anyway, so he gave them the Samoan choke slam and ends up pinning Damian Priest in the ring. So I don't know what's gonna happen there, but I can probably see once R-Truth is back that we're gonna have like a tag team championship match coming soon, as soon as Truth is able to fight, I'm guessing. The Miz backstage talking to Nick Aldis because he said that he couldn't fight Axiom because they had a match, because Axiom is from Spain. I don't know what part of Spain he's from, but I know he's from Spain. And he had a match with Axiom, and he's like, I can't fight Axiom today. And Nick Aldis is like, why? He goes, because Kit Wilson's not here. He wasn't allowed to come because apparently Kit Wilson couldn't make the flight because he had too much moisturizers in his like suitcase or something like that. I'm like, you know, I get it. You know, sometimes you want to look, you need to like relax you need to moisturize the skin. It's probably dry in Spain or something like that. You got to moisturize the skin and everything else. I get it. I understand, right? But unfortunately, Kit Wilson couldn't go there, so he couldn't be there, and it was terrible. But hopefully he'll be there next week. You know, hopefully. And Nick Aldis is like, you know, I seems like you just don't want him there, or you just want him there to help you win. Because I don't need help to win. I'm like a 2-time Grand Slam champion. What are you talking about? I don't need him to win. And they say, great, prove it. Go out there and win the match. Or go out there and fight. Go out there, get dressed and fight. He's like, fine. So then they had their match, and it ended up with Axiom winning due to some technical difficulties that was going on, where like the lights were flashing and everything else. And I was like, everything else and all that stuff. And later on backstage, the Miz goes to Nick Aldis again and goes, I'm angry. I want like a sue and everything else because did you see what happened out there? You see all the technology messed up and everything was going black and all this other stuff. And you know who's responsible for this, right? And he's like, yes, I know who's responsible for this, right? Because earlier, might not add you that Danhausen was working on his science experiment. You don't know what it is and everything else. And Nick Aldis said that he cannot work on his science experiments because he's making all the power go away, making the power like go away and everything else like that. But it ended up being like they go over there and they talk to Danhausen. Danhausen's doing something. Danhausen sprays the Miz with the fire extinguisher and then goes and hides from Nick Aldis, and Nick Aldis is like looking into the science experiment, and then Danhausen goes, don't touch that. So I don't know what Danhausen is cooking up. I don't know what the science experiment is. I don't know if Kit Wilson will be there next Friday. Hopefully he will. Hopefully he can get there with all his moisturizers and everything else like that. I don't want to know what Danhausen's doing. Like, I really want to know. Like, I want to know the results of what is going on with Danhausen in the science experiment. I have no idea. I'm highly curious. I don't know why I am, but I am. We had Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes backstage, and I think Cody Rhodes was being interviewed, and then Sami Zayn comes in, and Sami Zayn is like we need to talk, and Cody Rhodes like, what do you want to talk about, and everything else like that. And Sami Zayn's like, look, I tried to help you. I attacked Gunther last week. Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes had a match where Gunther tried it. Well, he didn't try. He did interfere, and he was like choking out Cody Rhodes from the apron, and it looked like Sami Zayn was trying to hit Cody Rhodes, but instead hit Gunther instead. And Sami Zayn's like, yeah, I tried to help. I tried to help by punching Gunther and getting him out the way and everything else like that. And the reason why, and then after the match, but then you took advantage of that and you put me in the crossroads and you won and everything else like that when I was trying to help you, and I didn't help you the second time because you need to be taught a lesson, because after the match Gunther puts Cody into the sleeper hold and Cody Rhodes gets choked out, and Sami Zayn's like, I didn't help you because you need to be taught a lesson. And I'm just like, okay, Sami, why are you lying? I'm like, that's not what happened, Sami. That's not what happened at all. And then Sami Zayn's like, I am the real last true good guy in this company and everything else like that. You need to be taught a lesson. And Cody Rhodes is like, you're the last good guy? Okay. I need to be taught a lesson? Okay, I'll tell you what. After I'm done with Gunther tonight, maybe I'll teach you a lesson. So then later on, you see Sami Zayn and he's talking. You see Candice LeRae, and he's like, yeah, people like us, we're the last good guys, and you understand what I'm saying and everything else. And Candice LeRae's like, wow, I didn't think you thought about that about me and everything else like that. And Sami's like, I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to him. And of course, Johnny Gargano, Mr. Johnny Wrestling himself, just laying on crates and shit like that, and just laying on furniture. And I'm like, couldn't you just keep his ass at home? He ain't doing nothing. He could have left his ass in the States. But he's there laying around and everything else like that. And here comes Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona's like, what is going on with you, Sami? Like, what is up with you? Why are you talking to him? You're talking to a corpse. He ain't gonna respond to you and everything else like that. And Sami's like, he's the only one who understands me. Like, no, Sami, he's the only one who ain't like saying that you're freaking crazy because you don't say anything because he's comatose. Anyways, the Matt Cardona's like, there's something wrong with you. Like, what's up with you and Cody? He goes, oh, Cody's always Cody. Did Cody send you here? And Cody goes, tell him. And then Matt Cardona's like, Cody Rhodes doesn't even know I'm here right now. Like, no, I'm just, and everything else. And I'm just saying you're acting like a little, and you're like, acting like a little what? Like, acting like a little what? And I'm like, say bitch. He's acting like a little bitch. Say bitch. Bitch. B-I-T-C-H. Bitch. It's okay. We're all adults here. Say bitch. And Sami Zayn goes, you know how long you've known me? How long have you known me? You know better than this like that. And he goes, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll just settle this in the ring. It's like Matt Cardona. It's like, fine. You keep talking to the corpse. I'll go talk to Nick Aldis. So they had their match. It was a decent match. I found out where Sami Zayn's true loyal fans are. They're in Barcelona, damn it. Because they were cheering for him, they were singing the song, they were cheering for him. Actually, the crowd was kind of split between Matt Cardona and Sami Zayn. Eventually, Sami ends up winning with the Halua kick, which I was like kind of surprised because I was figuring that maybe Sami would lose so they can go on this losing streak. And he can lose it. Like he can finally just snap or whatever, but no. That didn't happen. He ends up actually beating Matt Cardona, which I believe he should have lost. So I don't know what's going on with that either. I don't know if he's gonna have anything to do with the match in Italy. I don't know. I feel like he might, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. And then we have Cody Rhodes. Well, first we had Gunther and Nick Aldis, and Nick Aldis was telling Gunther, you have your opportunity to say what you need to say to Cody Rhodes, just keep it clean or whatever. And Gunther's like, I'm not an animal. I'm not gonna say something stupid and anything else like that. So they had their promos towards the end to where Gunther was telling Cody Rhodes that, you know, you pretty much, you're like trying to hint that he is a Nepo baby without actually using the words Nepo baby. Because it's like, well, all you had to do was make a phone call. Or here, you wanted to be a wrestler, make a phone call. You wanted a trainee, make a phone call. You know, make a phone call because of who you are and everything else. And you know, the American dream was to work out, work everything else like that. And I did that and then some. And all you had to do was make a call. Nepotism. It's a thing. And he was like, I'm not doing this for the fame or anything else like that, and all, cause I know I can beat you. And then Cody Rhodes was like, you're such a liar. Like, you know damn well you want the cheers, you want the fame, you want the song, people singing your songs and chanting your name. Don't lie to me. Don't bullshit me, okay? Don't bullshit me, Gunther. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you can do all this stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you're gonna find out that you're just not that good, Gunther. You're just not that good. So I'm just like, ooh, shots fired. And Gunther's like, look, I told Goldberg I would choke him out. I did. I told AJ Styles I would choke him out. I did. I told John Cena I tapped him out. I did. And I promise you, I'm going to choke you out and I'm going to throw you like a red wag or some shit like that. And then I'm gonna beat you and everything else like that, and blah 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 blah. Anyways, that's what happened. I think I'm still gonna go with Cody Rhodes being the retaining his title. I don't know how he's gonna retain this title, but I'm gonna say he's retaining his title because, as far as I know, I got the information about King of the Ring. So King of the Ring, the winners in the bracket, whoever wins, will fight at Night of Champions, and the winner of that, whoever becomes King of the Ring, will fight at SummerSlam. So I think Oba should be in this fucking tournament. I don't see why he should not be in this tournament. And if you're not put him in this tournament because we had to have a third match, that's stupid. You should just win this Sunday and then on Monday start the fucking tournament. He should be in it. He should win. He should be in it and he should win it. So, and I don't know. And I could probably see, like, the only way I could probably see Cody Rhodes losing on Sunday is because he's going to be in the tournament, and I could see Obafemi versus Cody Rhodes for at Night of Champions to see who becomes King of the Ring. I can see that, which I don't have a problem with that. We can always go back to like Cody versus Gunther in SummerSlam some way somehow, because more likely if Oba wins, and he should win, he probably go up against whoever wins on Sunday, whether it's Jacob or Roman. So, which I think both of them would be two great matches. But anyways, that is all that happened. There was some other stuff that happened, but all in all, it was an okay go home show and everything else like that. We'll see what happens on Sunday. We'll talk about that with Tim on Thursday. I might put out a video on Monday because we have a AAA match between a Grande Americana Original and a Grande Americana, the tall one, whatever, Mask versus Mask. I might talk about that, I might not. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna watch it like tomorrow night or whatever, so I'm gonna watch it, and it should be great. It should be the main event, so I might do a video on that, so be on the lookout for that. But I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.